rid of the mess in the background. We're gonna need that. Is anyone kicking about yet? Nope, not yet. What else we gonna need? Oh, that tub. Big tub. Hey, Ants, Pembrokeshire. Just about to tear up my plants, basically. Kill a load of plants, sadly, but I need to trim down all my plants in the tank, and I'm going to kick out the Myrmica rubra. Like the Myrmica rubra getting evicted out of this tank, so I can use it for the Cary berries, like in future. Yeah. So I need to find a big tub quick. Or a little tub. Little tub will do. Beautiful, I've got my big tub. Probably going to need a bag as well to stick all the plant junk in. Got my scissors for pruning. I think I'm all set. Oh, hey you new people, I just saw it blink up in the old chat. David Pat, and hey yeah, legs four wheels. I'm just about to, like, before I chop it down, like, where is it? We had some dandelions. Oh, I've just snapped it, but me dandelion tree finally grew some dandelions. Yeah, but he snapped. Well, he hasn't snapped actually. He's still good. Oh, he is snapped. Unfortunately, I got to like chop them all down a bit. Oh, it feels really bad. I've been growing this like dandelion tree since about December when it first popped up, and it's like got to chop it all down and remodel the whole tank for the Cary berries and try and get all the Myrmica rubra out. It should be fun in a minute when I pull out some of the kind of chunks where they're living in. But before I get too far, I'm just gonna like, oh, poor little plant. Rest in peace. Oh, my lovely dandelion. I really love me dandelion, and I'm chopping it down. I don't think I won't uproot it yet until I've got the rubras a bit more out. Otherwise, I might turn over the nest. Oh, hey, Elisha. Yeah, just chopping down some plants at the minute. I'm going to tame it all and then try and move out the Myrmica rubra. I haven't missed much. Just me waffling on about feeling sad about cutting down the plants. Hey, you Great North Ants. Yeah. I'm gonna. Oh, I love these plants, and it feels so bad chopping them. No, I don't want them to go. They're gonna have to go. That stem is a bit sturdy. Oh, hopefully there's no ants up the plants, but as you see, they get quite big. Oh, rest in peace, plants. There isn't as much chia as I expected. Like, there's only like 2 plants of it. Massive plants. Hey, Ants Island. I haven't actually got to probably look at the floor of this tank for ages because it's been so bushy. So I'm quite like looking forward to seeing how it's all getting along. Oh, pulling up my cuttings. I don't want to do that. The plants I want to keep in here are the ones that Antscapes gave me, because I think those plants that Antscapes gave me, they'll be able to keep up with the Carabara turning over the soil all the time. For a while anyway. But I think the Care Bears, they're plant destroyers. Like, they just dig up the roots and they kill them all. But I'm a plant destroyer as well, so we're going to get on just fine. Get a drink in here, it's all clear. Oh, God, it's a massive stem. hopefully the rubras will come out really easily. Quickly, let's pull up a lump, eh? So I know down here, I think there's a lot of them living in here, so we're just pulling out really fast. Let's have a look. Got wood lice out here, they come pouring out. I don't know if you can see them. This is one of their little nests in this piece of rotten wood. Let's crack it open. Well, rotten piece. Oh my god, look at all that brood! Yeah, and a queen. 2 queens, 3 queens, 4, 5 queens. 5 queens at least. And plenty of brood, to be honest. This is one of their little satellite nests. Yeah, I don't know if you can see all of that. I'll get the light on. Oh yeah, they are on my hands, yeah. Although they never sting. Well, I've never been stung yet anyway. So my opinion is they don't sting. See, we've got a light on now, so hopefully like everything gets a bit clearer. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, you see them all? See the big fat queens? God, I love the big fat queens. Yeah, rubras are lovely. Like, I've just ripped open their nest and basically disturbed the queen, and little lad here, like, he's not doing nothing. He don't mind. He trusts. They're just oblivious. That's a beautiful set of queens there. Like, gotta say, they are fat. What a shame. I really love this colony, and they've been great for like a couple of years now. But yeah, they've got to go for the Care Bears because I can't get any more big tanks because I just haven't got the space. And you kind of got to think like, and if shit hit the fan and had to kind of downsize or something, got to be able to well, keep them basically. It's kind of planning ahead. But I do have another colony of rubras here in my little DIY nest that I made the other day. All them tubes are completely filled with ants. Like, there's no soil in them tubes. That's pure Myrmica rubra. Beautiful little colony. Found it while I was gardening at work and was like, oh. Yeah, stopped working and started like collecting ants. Oh, come here, you. What's that, Pembrokeshire? A reeling. I'll see you, David Pat, if you're still about. See if we can get a bit closer into the tank, get a better view down into it. Fingers crossed, we can pull most, like 99% of the rubras out by just taking out their chunks where they're hiding. See if we can take out the bridge. Yeah, the bridge is bloody. I want to look under the stone because I think under this stone here there's likely to be something. Oh, Lego pops off, doesn't it? Yeah, boy. Good old Lego. Check there's no ants in here. Now we're good. I love me bridge. Oh, yeah, beauty, beauty. Japanese. I thought I'd do it now instead of after ant con or something because they're all going to start growing soon. And all the overwinter brood is already like hatched, so numbers are heading northwards. We got a straggler. Let's have a look under this rock, eh? Let's get it nice and close. Oh yeah, I'm releasing the rubra probably into the garden. Well, garden, I say like garden. Let's see if we can get it to look out the window. Like, there's quite a lot of space out there, if you can see. Should have plenty of little spots out in the field next to the little stream to put them. I think they like it near the stream because that's where I always find them. They love the water. Let's zoom in on this rock. Whoa. There we are. There's either going to be a million woodlice under here, but I've kind of got the woodlice under control. Or there's going to be a million rubras, and yeah. Oh. Okay, we got nothing. Lovely. 1 rubra and about 30 woodlice. That's good, nothing on the bottom. Yeah, that's a surprise. Oh, there's a mini Larry as well. If you've seen Antantic's channel, he has these snails, and here's a baby one. I think they're called garlic snails. Here's another one. You see how blue they are as well? They're lovely, like little blue snails. I'm a big fan of these. Yeah, mini Larry. I'll keep them. I'm not sure how well they'll do with the Carabera Diversa because I'm pretty sure the Carabera Diversa just like maraud, if you get what I mean. Like they head out and anything in their path, they just jump. Yeah, I think. Oh, look at that beauty of a woodlouse too. One of them. What is it? Calico or something. I love these ones. Yeah. So I'm probably stick him back in. You can go over there, moss. I'll leave all the woodlice in, I think, but I think they might get slightly nibbled on. But they breed like crazy, so I'm not really too worried about that. Let's find some more. There's the odd straggler. Listen, come here, you. I don't want to leave any because that'd be a bit harsh. Oh, yeah. There we are. Stick me in the what's his name? Barry. Yeah. Oh, I love Barry. He's the man. He is man of the tank. The only guy in it. See if we can uproot this dandelion. But I know dandelions have bloody deep roots. Oh yeah. We'll just chop it below the surface. Jeez. Oh. Solid. Pot plants. For months though, I thought that big plant was like a dandelion and it was going to be a little dandelion and pop up like some nice dandelion seeds that I could feed to my messes. But I think it turns out it's wild lettuce or something it was. I tasted it as well and it was like pretty tasteless to be fair, which would make it quite a good salad I guess because it didn't taste of nothing. Like replant this cutting. Oh, a piece of gold. That's what we want in this tank. But I forgot I added like. Sometimes I just go like fossil hunting, and you're always finding like fool's gold and stuff. So it's full of it. There's some fossils in here somewhere. Let's see. Oh, there's a bit of a fossil. You just about make him out. Nicer one somewhere. Little thing. I think I'll just switch up to the other end of the tank because I believe quite a moderate population lives under this bit of moss, which I'm about to pull up. Yeah, I think some live under here. Oh, right up here as well before I damage my plants. Take a few cuttings, replant them. Let's have a. So there should be a secondary nest in here. Let's get me top grip. Let's have a look. Loads more Larrys. I did not realise snails bred that fast. Yeah. Loads of snails, loads of woodlice. So they seems very ant-free this log. Yeah, he is. So maybe there isn't a nest down there, but there's plenty of ants. And there's a bloody queen. Come here, you. Is she dead? I think she is. They might have she might be a last season's excess. Where'd you go? Somewhere in it. Is that a queen? Yeah, I think it is. Not living by the looks of it. Yeah, dead little queen if you can see her on my finger. You can't really focus. Yeah, and a few other ones. Oh, these aggressive rubras. Oh, look at them biting and stinging. No, I do believe that people say rubras are aggressive and stuff because it just sells better. I think it's just marketing. Nobody wants to buy a boring ant that's really nice and friendly. People want to buy one that will like eat your cat or something. But I guess it makes it a better like, oh yeah, my ants are really violent, like they're really aggressive, and they're not. And getting them to sting you, you've really got to try. I don't think the ants are stupid. They're like, nah, this guy here, he's way too big for us. Like, it's not worth the fight. Get that mud in there, powder that. So think luckily we've managed to pull out most of the ants in the big lump of thingy. Is there anything in this moss? Don't look like it. Amazingly, this moss, although it looks dead, it's still alive. Yeah, you know it, ants, like, they're so violent. Oh. So, another cutting. Stick him in. Yeah, better hold than that. This, hopefully, in like a few weeks, it'll all be ready for the Care Bears. Although I might move them in like sooner rather than later. Because they're in their like self-contained little setup at the minute. So I don't think they'd get too busy. And I need to figure out how to heat this. Trim him down. Do a little jab. Fluffed out. Always another bit of wood. I just double check they're not living in that. Yeah, I bet we're clear, but I'll take them out anyway. Just in case. Blooming wood lice. About 8 months ago, I thought it was a good idea to add a load of wood lice, and by God, they breed. I think I'm going to take this fern out because he's died. Not much. Just wood lice in here. Yeah, a bit of old fern. He didn't do too well because my tank was just too dry, or in the sun, I think. Oh, there's my centipede. He can stay in. He's a beauty. See if I can get him on the camera. There's some massive millipedes in it somewhere as well. Let's put him off the earth there. We hiding centipede. Down here somewhere. There's a few ants. Hoover them up after, I think. With my USB hoover. Wow, this is actually really easy. I've been putting this off for months because I thought it'd be like difficult. Tons of wood lice. See, make sure there's no ants living under here. Bloody. Ah! See that in the corner? That's a slug. I haven't seen him for months. I thought he left. I thought he'd just gone straight up over the PTFE and like out the side and left. But no, here he is. He's a big boy. There we go. You fat little slug. It's like gonna have a quick stand still and try and figure out what I'm gonna do. Zooming back out. Oh yeah, that's perfectly fine. That 8 wheels. Yeah, he's got a premiere at 9 o'clock. So yeah, if you're kicking around at 9 o'clock, I definitely recommend going to see it. Oh, I can't wait to see how the little boy tarantulas or little boy spiders. I don't know if they're tarantulas or spiders that you got 8 legs, but I can't wait to see how they turn out. See like how that story unfolds. What I'm gonna do is just take all the bulk out, all like these bits, and just leave the plants and the mud for the minute, and then go from there. I'm gonna add some more soil, but I think I'm gonna have to talk to Ryan and get a load more of the tropical soil mix that he has, because one, the plants love it, and two, it's the Care Bears love it as well, which is a bonus. Because I think this soil, I dug it up, and yeah, it's not really the most fertile soil. It wasn't when I started. It's probably gained quite a lot of kind of nitrogen and stuff from the ants living in it, but yeah. Take care of that bit. Let's get this back on the stand so you can see what I'm doing. Connecting. Lovely. Just lost it for a second then. Oh, turn the camera so you get a face reveal. Whoa. So let me just figure out how to make the camera spin around. There it is. That button there. There we go. Yeah. I think we'll just take it away. If it's a big bit, I might just scrumple him down. Just clear it all out. This will all be going out in the field with the rest of the ants. I have no doubt they'll do quite well in the field. They might even be able to merge back into their like bigger colonies in winter. I know the rubras, sometimes they all get together in winter and are kind of like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to make peace. And we're going to all set up a massive like hibernation nest. Because the more of them they are, the better the chances of survival. So they all just seem to shack back up in winter. And a few years ago, I got this nest from one of the big mother nests around the corner. So hopefully they're not too not deviant. What's the word? Different than the natives still. Well, the wild dwellers. Oh, my little coliseum. Got a root in it. If anyone's saying anything in the comments, I'll try and keep up. Let's have a look. Yeah. There might be some more rubras in the short soil, Pembrokeshire. Yeah, there's a few like walking around. I think I've disturbed most of them and got them up. But I will be leaving them a little bit of time to. So if there are any stragglers, they'll hopefully I'll be able to pick them out in the next few weeks. Scrumple them up, I think. This bit of moss can go. Oh, this is savage. This is my lovely tank. Now it'll be worth it once the Care Bears are all settled in and established. This is one of the joys of having native ants though. Like, even though I'm about to mess up having native ants by putting Care Bears in it, but the fact that they were native means I can dig them up, stick them back outside in a suitable area. This test tube has been in here for about at least 6 months now, although there's like not much mould up there. See, it's like a woodlouse in there. But yeah. Oh, you missed loads, Elijah. Nah, just me turning all the plants over basically. My stick. I think I'll get rid of my stick. Good stick. It's like a new nest, new start or something. Yeah. Ooh. I'm amazed there isn't like rubras running all over the table yet. Normally there would be. A bit of a chia plant. Massive root network. Chia plants, if you're going to have a little outworld, chia plants, if you've got some messes as well, you probably got some, but they grow quite well. And if you snip the stems, you get a, what's his name? You get a natural drinker. So the stem will keep pumping up the water and it drips out the end, and then the ants will drink it out the end of the stem. Hey, Ants Junior. This little man's got to stay in it. Found it down the river once. It's just a little fragment of a plate, but I love the guy. Yeah, he's got his little fishing rod. Can have a nice little spot. I think, Elijah, I've managed to get about 90% of them. Like, most of them are in the log. But I'm not sure where the rest have gone. They might have ran off, to be fair, because the plants have been out over the edge for a while, and I'm not really super trying to hold them in, if you get what I mean. It's kind of like, you stay here if you like, but if you want to leave, then we'll do what you want. Like, no reason to keep you locked up because you're not really a threat to anyone. But so yeah, I don't want to lock them up when they don't have to be. Although me non-natives, they're all locked up, of course, because I don't want to be responsible for that mess when they get out. I don't know why I'm using tweezers. Fingers are faster. Get rid of that bit of moss as well. Hey, crazy antics. Oh, I just missed a comment. Let's see if I can get him to pop back up. Oh, Elijah, they're all going outside the rubras. They'll just be released in the wild. Yeah. The wood lice can stay. I do wonder where my big millipede is. You come here, little ant. You can go in there. Just give it a mush. Make sure there's no like hidden nests. And I think they'd have come pouring out by now because I've disturbed most of the nest. Oh, hey, anonymous. When you think about it, we all are kind of like supreme leaders of the ants, but luckily we're better leaders than some people. I do wish, like, I'm hoping that Kim Jong-un, he sees my video and he's like, you know what, I want some ants, and I'll go over there, I'll teach him how to look after ants, and then I'll teach him how to look after his people as well. God, that's a nice fossil, that one. He is a beauty, that one. Yeah. Looks like the clay that it was in or something has gone a bit soft as well. If you look, I don't know if you can see it, but inside of the fossil is one giant crystal as well. It's like, I don't know what it is, maybe quartz, but yeah, it's just crystallized inside. I just do love me fossils. I live near like Lyme Regis down in Devon, where I think Lyme Regis is in Dorset, to be fair, but it's only up the road, so I can always go and look at the old fossils, take a step back a few million years, see how they used to do things. Back in my day. What we could do is, I think, hopefully, Wendy, she's doing good, I'll show you in a sec, but hopefully I'll be able to take my phone outside and we'll release it. And while I'm at it, I'll flip a few rocks, and I know some hot spots for the ants, and we can maybe find some big wild colonies, just for a little sneak peek. Check under the last few rocks, so we got no stragglers. No. Oh, a woodlouse shedding, poor lad. Just disturbed in mid-shed. Oh, centipede. There's a baby centipede. That's good, that means they're breeding. They're just like your normal bog standard native millipedes. Move them up a bit. Lots of this soil is from the old nest. All these stony bits were like from the last nest there, and I just tipped it in basically. Well, I didn't tip it in, but moved it in chunk at a time over a few days. But yeah, it's pretty much just chuck them in. What would do? I think, yeah, most of the junk's out of here now. Get the last bit, and then we'll go throw all the junk in a hedge. Take me big thingy. I'll just go chuck my shoes on. I'll be back in 1 second. Give me 2 ticks. And then we'll go for a little walk. Lovely, got my shoes. Yeah, we'll take a little walk and have a look at the wild colonies. Might be able to show you some of the tubes of Lassie Niger I put out as well. There's hundreds of them. Well, there's at least like 25 tubes up and down my little lane in the hedge because I had nowhere to put them. And where are you going to? He can definitely stay in it, or Barry. We are not making Barry leave the tank. Door open. There we go. Lovely, there's my big tub. So here's the ants. You'll have to let me know how the signal goes because it will switch over to the mobile internet in a minute. Yeah, we'll stick them off in the hedge. Oh, it's lovely and green at the minute. All the new leaves connecting. Ah, yes. You're live. Lovely. So I think we should be back now. Am I back, Elijah? It said it reconnected. Ah, yeah. Yeah. So I know it's really nice, like wild Connolly's, like to sunbathe, and hopefully they're like kicking them out. I'm just gonna stick this down here for now. Chuck them in the hedge somewhere else. Yeah, hopefully. So have a little run. Under one of these rocks will be. So this rock here that I'm looking at. Fingers crossed. Oh, got a message imminent. What is he? Ah, yes, oh, Ectomyrmex astis. Not heard of those ones before. Oh my god, what anticlimax. Check some other ones. Somewhere under one of these rocks, there'll be a bunch of Lasius niger somewhere. God, look at that fat spider. Look at that beauty. Crikey. Would you look at that? I'll just leave him in his hole. Hopefully no one comes and sees me tipping over all the stones. Where are they all gone? Someone did like recently move all the stones, but I'm hoping they like shift back in. This seems to be a fruitless search. So any more hidden rocks? I think it rained earlier and they were on the tarmac, so I think it would have got a bit wet. I can't find any. Let's get the old little nest. See if I can. I think the hedges have grown up a bit, so I can't spot me Lasius niger colony. Somewhere around here there is a nice big old rotten tree. Here it is. Yeah, I reckon in here. Oh, bloody stingers! Oh, gets eaten by the stingers. Yeah, it is like, I don't know if you can see it, but there's an old like tree trunk, and I don't think many people really call it home at the minute. It doesn't look like there's been any ants in it, so what we do is like, well, before they go, I should say thank you, because this colony has been like so good for the last couple of years, and yeah, but hopefully they'll live their best life now outside in the wild. Yeah, it's like, I'm trying to, like, I want to tip them, but I don't want to tip them at the same time. But I'll place them. They deserve that. These bits of moss are all pretty empty. There's the main bulk. I try and keep them all together then. Then it's not too big a shock when they're moved. Here they are. Like, yeah. See you soon, little girl. So hopefully I'll see him again, because well, there's loads of rubles around here. And the Lasius niger, they live on that side of the road. Like, that side of the road is Lasius niger territory, and this side is Myrmica rubra. And like this side up there is a little stream that they use, but it is like the line, the road down the middle is the kind of, what's the word, state line or whatever they call them, border. Yeah, it's like, here we are, rubra territory, Lasius niger territory. Yeah. So I quickly like, I'll show you my favourite little wild ants. I like look at them every morning when I'm going to work. Yeah, this is work. Down here is the little wild colony, and they're booming at the minute. Every day I see more and more little ones. Okay, we're back again. Yeah, that's sorted. Hi, Drogon. So hopefully we don't lose signal, because I'm what? There'd be a right little it might have cooled down a bit. Normally there's quite a few. Are you gonna do anything, little lady? This is their main like roadway there. Oh, there's a spider hunt. The spider's getting attacked by the ant. Oh, let's watch this, eh? You don't often get to see an ant war. That spider though, I think he's been marked. And the ants, I don't know. Oh, they don't seem to be too bothered. Maybe the spider went after the ant and they decided like, nah, we're not having it. Get off me. But they seem pretty passive now. Oh, I think the spider is trying to hunt them though. Hopefully the quality's right. I'm seeing one thing here, but I'm not really too sure. YouTube likes to change it, doesn't it? So you like, where you going, little spider? Okay, he's vanished. Yeah, not sure where he's gone. Their little home though is down this little tunnel. Yeah. I do love this little colony. We'll head back here. Mesa barbarus love dandelion seeds. And every time it's like I'm out here, I just get a handful. Ow! Stinging it or something down there. Oh, not a fan of stingers at the minute. Got stung well loads the other day. Lovely. Yeah, we'll go see Wendy. Yeah, Wendy is still doing fine. And I can always check on Wendy because she's still not allowed in the nest. The ants have decided like, nah, she's too weak or something, or... Well, to be fair, she might not even have a clue where the nest is because I think her antennas are a bit messed up and stuff, so I think she's blind. Or as blind as an ant gets. Oh, pigeons! Better not get up to no Randy business, pigeons. We're live! Oh, here's a few of me tubes. Got a few in here. They've seen a good spot there to dump a load of tubes. So let's see if any of them have got any ants in them. I think hopefully they've all moved out, but some of them weren't hibernated, and sometimes they just bloody sit in the tube for months, like doing nothing. See if you can get one out. I can't get that one out. Let's see this one. Oh, he's empty. Yeah, they've moved out. Hopefully they've set up a nice little base under the rocks. What about these girls? Oh, been invaded by slugs and woodlice, but I'm assuming they've moved out, hopefully. Yeah. We've got one down here. We'll probably be able to have a look in. I think most of them would have moved out by now. Oh no, got a pair of queens in here still. Yeah. Here's a 2 queen last year's Niger colony. Still living in the tube. Just chilling. So I'll put them back in. And a shoe. That's a Pumpkin, the dogs at work shoe. Let's go see Wendy. Oh, Wendy. So I'm going in. Have a nice view. So have a look at Wendy there. Hopefully it'll flip back over to the wireless. Come here, Wendy. Ow! That cactus just got me in the bum. Yeah, video colony should up itself a bit now. Let's have a Wendy. Oh, there's Wendy. Oh, wrong place. Yeah, let's pop the lid off. Wendy will wake up if you pop the lid off. She normally looks dead, but I don't think she is. Yeah, she ain't dead. Wendy will never die. Come on, Wendy. There she is. Yeah, beautiful Wendy. People were like, oh, she ain't gonna last very long. Wendy says, I'm gonna last as long as I wanna last. And she obviously don't want to go yet. Yeah, Wendy. Yeah, she's not allowed in because they're just being horrible, I think. And she works so hard. All she does is stay outside the nest, and if anything turns up, like, she's #1 at protecting it. Even now, she's like, where is it? I'm gonna get it, like, put a test tube in and, like, she'll go after it. Like, oh yeah, get out of my nest. These are my like sisters and me mum. See, she's a fighter, Wendy. Like she may have messed up legs and she may have messed up antennas. So she's like blind and struggles to walk, but she's 100% full of spirit. Like that doesn't hold her back one single bit. I admire Wendy. I really like Wendy. Yeah. I think if everyone could be a little bit like Wendy, like, oh, we'd all be living the best life. Yeah. I'm not sure, like, what she lives on. And maybe she has a drink of the water. And maybe some of the workers are like, come on then, Wendy, let's give you a bit of trophallaxis. Fill you up with a bit of food. I ain't really too sure, but she seems intent on living. And she doesn't seem to be going anywhere. And that's absolutely fine by me. There you go, Wendy. Or sand. To the beach. See the old Fidoles. They're probably swarming down here. Yeah, not too much. Managed to calm them down quite well. So I don't know where to get cheap mini herbs, to be fair. I know they're like from America and quite expensive, like, but I don't know if you get them on Alibaba. Oh, I do have a nice, like, a nice bit of sand here. Yeah, these Fidoles, like, if you feed the Fidoles like as much protein as they want, they don't half take off. Like, I have fed them. I feed them like the tiniest bit, basically about the same amount as a small colony at the minute. But yeah, if I put a piece of food in now, they go berserk. I'm gonna add some more Lego in soon, though. Get some more like layers. They buried everything. I think there's a pyramid here. There's a pyramid there. There's another pyramid somewhere down there or something. There's a massive like square feeding tray there, and they just buried it all. But I can't see any elates, which is good. Hopefully they've all buggered off. Look in the death pile. Yeah. The graveyard. Let's look at the Caraberas though. Oh, I don't know about Formica rufa. The problem with Formica rufa is they just get so big. Formica fusca though, they're nice. Fidoles grow really fast, but they do have a nice limit, so if you do put them in the right size setup, they won't outgrow it, but although my setup is too small. Yeah, Care Bears. Put some soil in the base yesterday, but see if any of them are about. I can see them. Hopefully the camera will see them. Yeah. There you go. All out eating this little cockroach. So the pollies, we might be able to see the queen. Oh yeah, she still hasn't chosen. The other day their tube was running low on water, so I swapped it out with a like a much bigger one this time. Let's see if I get the angle right. It'll get rid of the glint, and we can look at the queen. There they are. There's that. I think that's the queen there. Boom. We got a couple workers. They've decided, like, yeah, we like this new house. Plenty of water, like enough water to last a few months. And then there's the queen, like, no, I don't like it. I want to move back into my old tube. But I'm not gonna. There's the queen, just chilling. Still only 2 workers for these. Although they got a larvae, which will hopefully enclose soon. I'll see you, Hans Pembrokeshire. Good luck brood boosting your flowers. Hopefully you find a nice amount of brood. There's Polyarchus Queen. Just chilling. There's the Eaton one, we zoomed in, yes. Oh, face reveal on the reflection. Oh, too much. Here's another Fidole colony. I like my Yeens. I kept these guys, or girls, on a diet from the beginning, so they haven't really exploded. Plenty of brood, but it's developing slowly, and yeah, they're nice and controlled. But if you do put a piece of cockroach in, like in the middle at the minute, they'll skin it down to like nothing but a shell in a night. And yeah, they definitely love their protein. I just don't want them to explode in population because I just don't want to have to house them. You know, let's have a get on a tetramorium. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna get some more tetramorium bicarinatum, and I might have like a little side colony for a bit. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like straight up merge them. I've got to get through there. Or what's his name? Or just have two colonies and take queens out of one and put them into the other one. I just want to mix up the genetics a bit. Yeah, the more tetramorium I can get my hands on, the more like varied their genetics will be, which should help them like last forever, I guess. Yeah, so the tetramorium, like look, it's dirty at the minute. I tried cleaning it yesterday, but got about halfway, but there's so many, and I'm getting a new Saturn at Ancon, which will hopefully take the pressure off. Oh yeah, look. Yeah, got a few started to get the colonies ready for Ancon. There's 3 of them. Where's the 4th? Oh, I had to put the 4th one back in because the water leaked out. So I put them back in, but yeah. Here's some of them for Ancon. As you can see in this Saturn, I've what's his name? I had to swap out a few tubes. That light is annoying. Let's turn it off. Let's turn that light off. Yeah, so many little ants in a minute there. So I am in need of a bigger outward though, because it's getting a bit hard to clean them with so many ants. Yeah, filling up all the tubes already. They're doing good though. I just can't like clean them at the minute because there's so many. Oh yeah, the red tubes, they're for like weddings, and during lockdown loads of wedding people were just selling these tubes for like pennies. And then there was me like, oh yes, I'll buy them all. Oh, quite a few. So I had to tape up this nest because I used the vented cup lids that I use for my fly culture. So let's see if I can grab one. Like these lids here. And the ants decided, oh, you know what, we're just going to chew straight through them and start escaping. So I had to tape it up yesterday. As I was there, like, where are all these ants coming from? Looking around, and then I spotted one come out the top of the nest. Let's have a look in here. Let's have a sneak peek. Oh, yeah. It's all brood. I'm slightly tempted at Ancon just to disconnect one of these little, like, Gen 3 mediums. And maybe stick an outward on it. It's a bit wet now. And put them into the raffle at Ancon so someone can win them. Look at that beauty. Yeah, I think just like one of these nests, they've got to have like, there's plenty of queens in there and probably 1,000 brood. Yeah, there's going to be a raffle at the Ancon, I think, with some awesome prizes from what I've heard. And yeah, I think like, wouldn't mind putting some of these into it. Share the love. That's one of the bonuses of this species though, like, because they're so inbreeding, you can just pull off a nest, give it to someone else, and they've got a fully functioning colony. Yeah, I've asked Rich, and he said it's alright, I think. Like, yeah, people can contribute to the raffle. Yeah, I just need to figure out like an outworld for it. And I think, like, my suspicions, so far, I think the mystery species is going to be, well, I think it could be Tetramorium bicarinatum, I'm hoping. Yeah, why are you missing Ancon? Although I think all the tickets for Ancon are sold out, but come to the pub afterwards, I guess. Oh yeah, Ryan's Scape Off as well. I think there's quite a few things. I think Aesthetic Ants and Ant Oliver are doing their speech as well. Having a chat. I can't wait to see everybody there. It's going to be nuts. Yeah, I think the Nikos, they'd be a good choice. I think Cremagasters, they're the Valentine's ants. I do think they could be it. So like Cremagasters, Nikos, and Tetramorin bicarbonatum. That's my guess for the mystery species. But of course, like nobody knows what the mystery species is, but I think that's my guess. Nikos, little love heart ants, and maybe tetras. Maybe someone else though, but that's my guess. I think I'm gonna stick with that. Although I've been trying to think like all the ants, trying to figure it out for months. And Rich and Sid are really good at not letting it slip. Like sometimes, like people will be like, "Oh, it's a secret," but I don't know. Late Friday night or something after a few drinks, like they'll let a little bit slip. But now, Rich and Sid, their lips are sealed. I don't think anyone has any clue really what on earth the mystery species is. Oh, Lasius niger. I love those. My little colony here. I swear, since the video, they've grown even more. This is what ants do. If you start filming ants, like I think it's great filming your ants because you get a diary, but as soon as you put down the camera and have finished your video, what they'll do is everything. Like, they'll all come rushing out, they're just everywhere. Because now I'm not filming, it's like, oh yeah, time to come out. A bit of a pest. See their little mud balls as well, they still got some dirt balls. So I'm really loving this colony so far though. They've been like, oh, just great. Best colony of Lasius niger that I kept for years. And the only ones that were better were like my first colonies, because they're your first colony, so it's like amazing. Even though they didn't do anything and you check them every 2 minutes and nothing happens, they're still the best. So pull off this main chamber. Oh yeah, look at that. Like they've ran out of gypsum space now as well, so they have started just chucking brood everywhere. Like the whole thing is like packed full of brood, every chamber except near the water tower, which I took out. They are like packing in. This is what is it, S3 maybe module? At fault. Along with all the other ones. Boom, what other ants we got? Oh, the messes. So if you were on like Antscape's live chat last night, you spotted these. I think they're moving out still. Although soon they'll probably decide to move back in. It's quite annoying because I really want to take the other one out, but get back in there for. Let's go through the top. Focus. Come on, you focus. Yeah, that's a bit rubbish. I don't even have a clue how many Tetramorin bicarbonatum there are now. Got like, yeah, this like whole nest I think is pretty much full now. All of these are packed to capacity. Oh yeah, crazy! You've missed the dandelion going and the rubras. Although like I'll show them again in a minute. I'll show you what we're left with at the minute. They're not really into this one. I gave them a new one, but yeah. I normally give my little like queens a bit of honey water. Well, not honey water, but honey when I first get them. I got like one of these once. I think it came with my Myrmico nest that Wendy's in. Somewhere. Where did I get it from? It's really good. And you can just put a tiny little bit of like honey in a tube before you shut them away. Just a tiny little bit. Oh, look at it, like just while we're here, like, because this is never gonna last. But God, it's so nice and clean in there. It's not gonna stay this clean forever, but while it's pretty clean, I'm pretty happy. See if the Fusca are doing anything as well. The Fusca, they were in their little tube, like this one, but decided to like move them out into a Venus just because it's got bigger outworld. And the pod, like as you can see, the pod, like it's good for a few workers, but once you get a few more, it's like a bit compact. Let's have a pop the lid. These fuskers are the most chilled fuskers in the world. Like, just pop the lid off, and people are like, "Oh, you gotta watch out for fuskers. They'll gas themselves." Like, oh, they're gonna gas themselves. How many are there now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 of them now. There were only 4 yesterday. Yeah, all this wave of brood is coming through. You got 2 new ones. See that creamy little callow in the middle? And I think there's, oh yeah, there he is. There's another little creamy callow. Focus. So these are, the growth on these was quite a surprise, to be honest. I was expecting like, oh, native semi-slow growth, but they seem intent on banging out the brood. That's good old ant antics for you. He always sends good ants. It's like, I won't lie, like every colony I get off him, say with Ants Davies, like they always flourish. Look at the Care Bears. You doing anything yet? No. I think that's most of the ants. If anyone wants to see anything there, we'll go and look at the old big tank again. Oh, look at that light. Whoa, lightsaber. Yeah, this is what we're left with now. Crazy antics in the large tank. Like the dandelion's gone. The plants I've kept to these little, I don't really have a clue what plant they are, but good little plants. I think I'll just put the rock back and I'll put the bridge back in. Because the bridge is definitely going to stay, because I like the bridge. Stick him in. Let's quickly stick the phone on the podium quick. This tank is going to be for the Care Bears. So they're getting this like big tank. All I've got to do really is keep trimming the plants. Like they'll grow up and I'll just cut them, put a new like plants in, if you get what I mean, and build all of those up. I think Myrmica nuptials, they're September, October-ish. Although if you go out now, you'll be able to find queens, because the queens from last winter, they'll head back into their like nest and chill with the other workers and their family for like winter, and then when spring turns up, they all leave. So they kind of split up again, and it's like, yeah, bye everybody, it's time for me to go. But it makes sense then, because the more queens there are, the better success rate. And if anything does go wrong in the mother colony and like all of the older queens died, there'd be new ones. And yeah, and if everything goes right, they'll just splinter off into a load of colonies when spring arrives. And yeah, propagate out. Put the bridge back in quick. Good old Lego. I still want a Lego nest, just because everyone has Lego. Everyone would be able to have a Lego nest. Let's get a little side view. Maybe through the glass if it'll allow. Oh yeah. It's also like tame now and boring. Here's a tank of mud. So what I do is I'll pick it up and I start running around like, I got a jar of dirt, I got a jar of dirt. Yeah. I think I just thought of something I can put in here, but I've forgotten it. It's probably more Lego. I hoover out these last few workers that are roaming. And I just saw a springtail. There's a little springtail of them. So you're gonna wiggle springtail. Maybe in the springtail. I just saw a springtail down there. That's quite good, because I filled it with I bought 1,000 or something, or 2,000 predatory mites from dragonfly.com, and I dumped every single predatory mite into this tank. And within a few days, every single springtail was gone. Like, completely dead. And yeah, they just ate every single springtail. That's why I was quite happy with my culture off Antscapes, because it's just got less predatory mites. So you've got a kind of a balanced system. So every like predatory mite will eat the springtail, but there's not so many predatory mites that they're going to eat every single springtail in a few days. And when you chuck in predatory mites, you end up chucking in more springtails, which keeps everything circling nicely. Keeps everything going around. Well, I'll show you this like little nest, the other rubra nest. I don't know what I'm going to do with these yet. This is my little DIY tube one I made for the... I accidentally pressed aeroplane mode instead of instead of the torch. You see these girls are nice and healthy. See in the bottom tube, I don't know if you can, but behind the glint in the middle is a nice amount of brood. Yeah. It's like a good little healthy colony there. The problem is they don't really fit in it. They're a bit big for the nest. So yeah, they're doing well. If you want to make one of these, check out my video. I was quite happy with how this turned out. The bottom tube could use a bit of blue tack to like straighten it up, but apart from that, it's like a fully functioning little nest. You love it. Normally hide around the back as well. Yeah. Get like hiding down here as well. And yeah, that was like a really nice little cheap setup, to be honest. I was happy with that. Yeah. Like, what other ants have I missed? Oh, Harry Berry, but I'm not going to disturb Harry Berry. But we can look at the Herculenus. So the other day I made a little thing for Harry Berry. She lives like isolated now, back here, in her little tube. Oh yeah, you could make a little nest out of a lighter. Yeah. That's very... I like my Campanotus Herculenus, to be honest, because I think like the brood and everything, they've always been annoyed by me, and they've got used to it. Let's have a look at that Tetramorium. I love it. They put it all over the fossil and everything. Heaving in that little nest. Well, it's not really little, but yeah, they're packing this bad boy out nicely. Yeah, there, Herky. Yeah. Try not to annoy her too much. But for a Campanotus, she's really good. Gently take that off. There she is with her little worker. That's her second worker, but the first one came out a bit mangled. And it couldn't actually walk, but it could kind of push himself along. And like Wendy, she tried so hard, and you'd put a bit of sugar in here, and you'd see the little worker. She was kicked out of the nest most of the time, but she'd shuffle away over to the sugar, slurp up a bit of the sugar, and then shuffle her way like all the way back to the queen to give her a little bit of like the sugar, even though she couldn't walk. But yeah, this colony is doing quite well. I don't know if see if we can get around the queen, but there's a nice bit of brood as well. Yeah, nice bit of brood in the corner. I think they've gotten used to me, so I kind of like can get away with disturbing them. And I had another colony which I didn't disturb, and they all died. Yeah, I do love this. They're just packing all their little larvae out on the cover of the fossil. I think it's like quite rare to get a malformed worker, but I think when the conditions aren't right, they can like mess up or something. And maybe their pupae, or not pupae, their like cocoon messes up and things like that. So they end up like getting trapped in their cocoon, and when they're like limbs, I think they take a while to dry. So they'll get stuck in the cocoon, and while they're drying, all their limbs will be in the wrong position. So they end up like solidifying in like the wrong position, and then they can't really fix from that. Like that's kind of, yeah, once it's dried, they're mangled for life. Still doing things, Care Bears. But it is quite rare, I think. It doesn't want to focus. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I do like the Care Bears. I think these are going to be like one of my favourite colonies in no time at all. that they already are. Oh, there's a bit of a tail as well of a bug that's been exposed. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little mealworm tail. I'll take that out. I think the other day I saw some mites in here, and I did a lot of research on the mites because I was terrified. But I believe they were phoretic soil mites, so I'm not overly worried now. I'm going to continue adding predatory mites to them, but I don't think they're at immediate risk of like dying or collapse or anything. I think it was just, yeah, a couple phoretic soil mites taking a ride. And I haven't seen any more mites on any other workers, although I'll give them another look over tonight. Yeah. Yeah, I think like mites, to be fair, until, what was it, last Friday night, I spent hours just researching mites and came to the conclusion, like, one, you can't not get mites. Like, eventually you're gonna end up with some mites, but they're not all bad. And yeah, as long as you can kind of control them, if you get what I mean, it's all right. But getting the parasitic mites, they're not the most common like mite. I think grain mites, like a lot of my colonies have had grain mites. They just love like living in plaster and stuff though as well. Especially the messers, they'll have probably a few grain mites in their nest, but that's alright, that. And a lot of them, they're engineered to deal with the mites because, like in nature, there's going to be mites. It's like the Carabera diversa queens, like they all seem to come with mites. And yeah, the mites seem to clear up after they've grown up a bit, but yeah, they all seem to come with mites. It seems to be like a phase of development that, like, yeah, they're going to be covered in mites. Yeah, we'll have a little look at the TV again. Yeah. Close to the window. Packing it out. If you look, like, I'll show you. Here's pop the lid on fine. Here's a meal they got like yesterday. This one here was yesterday's meal. You see him just like going crazy for it. And here's what is left basically after a few days of it being in. And that was the same amount of roaches, about 4 or 5 roaches. And yeah, they just, every morsel gone. All that's left is skeleton. But this will be that in a few days. And then there's, I think I had it in my video, then they go up here for the final little cleanage. Yeah, can't really see anything there. Yeah, even though here, this is like scraps, but they're still getting all the last little bits of it. Little troubles. And they love just like, they'll pick tiny bits off and then they just pile them up. Like all these little white bits, they're just little bit of cockroach that they've chewed out. I used to think they were mites, but nah, they don't move. They're just little bits of chewed up cockroach. There's a queen there. Plenty of queens in these feed bowls. It's quite annoying when you're feeding them because you have to, well, I know, I'm not really worried about workers getting out, but you do have to worry about queens getting out. And they wouldn't live through winter, but until winter, you'd have ants everywhere. Oh yeah, soon, Kai. I think I've got a parasitic queen that lives with the other queen coming after AntCon, but I do fancy getting like one of those acorn ants or something like that, and putting it with maybe a Camponotus. So I've seen a lot of people recently doing that, and other people as well have been getting different Camponotus queens and sticking them all in together and have like multi-Camponotus queen setups. I don't think I'll do that yet though, because honestly I don't know enough about it. Don't want to cause any ant deaths. Already done enough of them. Let rest in peace. I think it'll be dinner time in a minute. We'll have one last look at this, and then I think I'm going to end the stream. What we'll do is move Barry. Yeah, Barry can stand up here now. Yeah. He's got style, he's got grace. He's the kind of guy you'd take for dinner. He's Barry. So many woodlice in here. I do believe for a bit the woodlice were directly competing with the ants for resources as well, because there was an unbeliever. There was over 1,000 like woodlice. I've pulled out over 1,000 woodlice so far, and there's still hundreds left in here. They breed like no one's business. They breed like rabbits. I think there. Apart from a few ants left. I'll hoover them out later and stick them with their kin out in the hedge. I think we're not set for the Care Bears, but ready for the next stage. Although, let's get some mud and do some of it now. I need to speak to Ryan about getting loads of this tropical mix though. It's great. And the plants, the plants in this tank, they've got plenty of water like the other tank, and plenty of soil, but their growth is nothing compared to the little Care Bear setup, which uses the tropical mix. And I think this is like compost with other things mixed in, but I think I'll put a bit on top. See how it looks, to be fair. See how much darker it is. I definitely well happy with everything I got from Antscapes.com. You should definitely head over there. And he has stick insects now. And it is seriously hard not to get a stick insect right now. The only thing that's stopping me is, I think the Care Bears, I don't know how they treat it, but I would because this is going to be slightly warmed up, this tank for the Care Bears, so I would be able to keep a stick insect in it, but I don't want the stick insect to be eaten by the Care Bears. But you never know how well camouflaged the stick insect is though. His whole life is I'm a stick, I'm not an insect, so he might be alright. If he can pull off his act well enough, they'll be oh, a stick. I'm going to definitely need more of this tropical mix. Good stuff though. You can tell it's good soil because it's nice and dark. Yeah. That looks good though. I think I'm still considering putting a water feature in. I've always wanted a little waterfall in the tank. It's just the logistics. Although I've got the little bits now. I've got wireless USB transmitters. I just need to get the receiver, so I can put the wireless transmitter on the outside, and then put the receiver and on the inside of the tank, and then manage transfer the power through the glass basically with no wires going over the top, because that's the biggest issue of me putting a little waterfall in, is it's going to need a wire that's going to kind of be a possible escape route. But yeah, if you've got the wireless power, little lad, I'll go get one. He's got them off the internet. Here's the receiver, which will be here when I've finished it, but he hasn't got any of the chips yet, so we don't talk to the transmitter. Although while I'm here, if you can ever get your hands on one of these, this will automate your ant nest if you want it to. You can change a few lines of code in a 3D printer though, and you can make yourself pretty much an automatic, almost kind of, it'll look after him yourself. You plug the right sensors in, a humidity buoy, and all sorts. You could even automate the water. I'm gonna get on that soon. So I think it would be cool, and because they've got each one of these can run a separate process. So you've got that could be a heat mat, that could be hydration, that could be a heat mat or something. You got some more here, so you can do all sorts with this board. Basically automate your ant room with this board. What is the MKS base version 1.2? Yeah, if you are into coding, there is a big like gap in ants for coding. I don't know about other invertebrates, but there's a lot of things that computers will be able to do a lot better than us that we haven't got round to doing yet. So I don't think they do really kite. Although there is on Thingiverse, there's he makes some really good nests. He's got about 4 different ones, but he gives out the basic like nest on Thingiverse for free. And if you want some of the extra bits, like he just sells those on the side, but they're really good nests. What is it? I can't remember his name. It might be like For Me something, or he has an Etsy shop as well though. But you can just print a fully functioning nest out there, and he's got some really nice designs. Although if you ever want like files, like I don't know, so I'm tempted one day to do like a design a nest on the computer kind of episode, like a live stream, and like yeah, keep an eye out for one of those. Pop in and like let me know, and we can just quickly like bang out a nest if you want. Yeah, it takes it like a few minutes nowadays because technology. Yeah, the me printer is a bit bothered at the minute. Let's have a look. Yeah, here's me big girl, but as you can see, like the print bed here is like just fine. So I've got like a standard sized printer bed like here, but I managed to break it. Like when you're printing things that are like 1/2 meter across, the warping of the plastic, the glass just can't stand it. Like 1/2 meter of warp and it smashes. So that's what's happened here. Needs a good clean as well. But she's a workhorse. If you're going to AntCon as well and you want any of these dishes, like let me know because I can just print them out like en masse. And every so often I just turn it on just to print out some more because you can never have too many little feed dishes. I just do need to get the string in better. I just run a light around it after and it all disappears. Yeah. Yeah. Get back to the ant. Oh, what kind of things have I made with the printer? Well, I've got, like, this has got nothing to do with Wakushi, but the Neptune nest. I'm not going to call it that because, like, planets, they're Sid's, like. Sid's got his Saturn and his Venus. But the Neptune is a special nest that I'm designing for working with, like, fish tanks. So you can stick it in, like, anything. Like, if you got a fish tank, you've got a nest kind of thing. And you just stick it in. See if I got any 3D printed nests. I did used to make loads, and then I found Wakushi, and you know when it's like, if you can't beat them, join them. So I joined them for a bit. So yeah, I've been like using Wakushi things to be honest, because he does it better than me, and he's got the acrylic cutter, like, and that is the key. Like, anyone can 3D print a nest, but getting the acrylic that's the pain in the bum. So where's one of the 3D printed ones? Actually, I got a nice one. So where is he? Oh my god. I think it's like the prettiest nest I ever made. Here's one, which I was like, this would be a good little nest. And it's got all its holes, and then it turned out to be like 1 inch thick, and I was like, yeah, I've messed up here. I should have made it like 8 mil thick instead of about 1 inch. But that's a special design. See if I can find, oh, here's a little one. Like here's one with you can't see through the acrylic. I don't think it's got acrylic in it. It's just really shiny. So I turned in the torch off one sec. There we are. Yeah, little like box. Then you just stick your acrylic in the gap. I haven't actually got any in it in a minute. Like in the little window, and just push the little back in. But this is just a little prototype. That one. I make so many prototypes, and they never get past the prototype stage. Somewhere there. Oh, is this bad boy? Yeah, I call this one like Snowy Sunrise because I changed plastic midway through, so it goes from like white plastic to multicolored like orange to red. This is just a rubbish little one. I thought, oh yeah, I'll make a campo nest, but I don't think I'm ever going to use it. Somewhere it's my like pride and joy, and it's like, here it is. This is my favourite nest printing yet. I love this bad boy. And when he's all in one piece, I don't know if, oh yeah, he's got a window. Like you have your little acrylic windows. you have the little tubes for hydration, which go down into a little, like, there's a bit of cotton in the bottom, and then there's tiny little slits down the side. You can see, but I like these nests, and you can fit about 4,000 Lasius niger in it as well. Even though it's like tiny, but yeah, it's got a small footprint. Got little heat wire kind of gaps, and a few bits that I messed up during printing, but fixed it. I do like this. I wish like more people would print in the multicolored filament as well, because it's just beautiful. Yeah, I think unless anyone's got any last requests, I think I'm gonna end it and go have me dinner in a minute, because I haven't had any dinner yet. Look at that, it's warming up because the sunset's now like started to warm up and all bloody coming out. This is why I'm struggling to clean them, because so look at them all, they're everywhere at the minute. It's like too many. It is. Roman water gods, yeah, Neptune. I could use the Roman gods instead, and it'd be like, I'm not using the planet names, I'm using the Roman god names, even though they're all the same. But it's like, what came first, Roman gods or the planets? And it's like, well, the names for the Roman gods first, but yeah. In a minute you might see, like, sometimes you'll see a queen go up, and I think they make little budding colonies, like, so like a massive amount of them will just like pile up the side of the glass all of a sudden. Trying to break out maybe. Yeah, this is why I'm struggling to clean them, and I need to wait till AntCon just to get the extra large Venus. Yeah, think of something. Then we'll look at the brood tube. I haven't showed the brood tube yet. I like the brood tube. God, get out of the way notifications. Yeah, they love filling this piece of tube with brood as well. There's just brood everywhere. The only bit they haven't filled with brood is this bottom nest here. But yeah. Oh, the atlas. Oh, soon. What's the temperature in there at a minute? Oh, a nice steady 24.8. Spot on, the humidity's not high enough. I've been like, every so often I fill this up just to play around with the humidity. Like, learn the nest before I fill it up. I can't wait for the atters. They're gonna be great. They're gonna be out of this world. I've been doing my research. Ooh. Yeah, I think that's about him really. Let's see. Hey, where's Wendy? Wendy might have gone in the colony. I think Wendy's been allowed in. Maybe they heard all our nice words about Wendy and were like, you know what? Wendy's one of us. Wendy's inside. There she is. Down the little hole. Get on, Wendy. I think she's trying to escape, but well done, Wendy. Yeah. On that note, I'll say goodbye to you all. You gonna wave, Wendy? She's like, let me come out and say goodbye. No, haven't got that much time. Oh, here she comes. Look at that. Whoa. Get on, Wendy. Oh, Wendy, she fell back down. Before we watch Wendy struggling to get out of the hole, I think I'll end the stream there. So thanks for watching, you lot. I hope you all have a good afternoon. I think, what day is it? Wednesday. I think Ants on the Rock has a stream today. So if you're kicking around, later I'll probably be able to see him. And 8 Legs 4 Wheels, who has loads of spiders, he's going to be doing a premiere at 9. So head over and see that as well if you can. He's a top chap. But yeah, I'll see you all soon. And yeah, I'll see some of you at AntCon. Until then, have a fab time, and I can't wait to see you all. I'm so excited for AntCon. It's going to be the best thing ever. Everyone is fed up of hearing about AntCon from me, but oh my god, AntCon. Yeah, everyone's getting told about it. Yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Bye.